back to my channel. I am Astrologal and I am back with another video. Today's video is going to be 10 facts about Leo. I am repping y'all today with my lioness shirt. And actually, I'm not really sure if this is a lion or a tiger, but for the sake of this video, we're just gonna pretend it's a lion. Rawr. Because you guys are ruled by the sun, I thought it would be fun to show you some sun catchers that I make. I have them available on my website, so if that is something that interests you, you can check them out. I'll leave the link below. And what's beautiful is that these crystal prisms that are on the bottom of the sun catchers catch the light from the sun and reflect rainbows. For me, it's always been a beautiful reminder of staying positive and believing in the magic of this world. I was gonna film this video last night and I was thinking and I was like, you know, it doesn't feel right to film a Leo video without the sun. So I waited till today so that the sun could make its appearance and her essence could be felt through this video. So here we are the next day with the sun out. The sun is shining. It's so bright. Her essence is so strong and so radiant. Alright, so Leo season falls from July 23rd-ish to about August 22nd. Leos are a fire sign along with your other fellow fire signs, Sagittarius and Aries. You guys are 5th house rulers, and the 5th house rules the eternal child within. It rules romance or love affairs. It rules creativity. It rules your self-expression and your passions. You guys are also a fixed sign. The other fixed signs are Aquarius, Scorpio, and Taurus. Being a fixed sign just means that you guys are usually fixated in what you believe in, to have strong opinions. And another thing about fixed signs is they usually don't like being told what to do. They can be a little bit stubborn. Alright guys, so fact number 1, you guys are loving. Leos are one of the most loving signs in the zodiac. They are natural lovers. They are heart-centered people, definitely heart chakra people. And you guys really embody and radiate the kind of love that is eternal. And it is strongly felt by those around you and those that you love and care about. There's something that's really contagious about their aura. It just really pulls you in. I feel like Leos have an extroverted love, and it's very genuine and authentic. Leos tend to be very family oriented and they will bend over backwards for those that they love and care about. I feel like Leos are the sign that have friends of all different walks of life. I feel like Leos really appreciate really ecstatic and kind of unique and weird people. They really enjoy those that live outside the box. So fact number 2, you guys have an intense drive toward self-realization. And I know that many descriptions of the Leo would make Leo sound hopelessly self-centered or arrogant or selfish. And from my personal experience in my studies, I found that that's just not quite the case. You kind of have to look deeper into a Leo. It ultimately comes down to self-realization. But as your ruling planet or star, the sun, you guys really want to shine. You really want your energy to be felt by others, and you really want to be admired and recognized and seen for all the love that you contain within. You just want to make sure that you are being felt, you are being heard, you are being seen. And it's not to make anybody jealous, and it's not because you want to compete with others, but more so you want validation from others, so that on a soul level, you can more deeply accept and validate yourself. And this desire toward self-realization may be conscious or subconscious. It really just depends on your timeline of growth and how committed you are to understanding yourself. You guys really know how to put yourself first, and you guys really know how to live a life for yourself because you're truly discovering who you are on a really deep level. And others may see this as selfish, but I see this as an act of self-love because you truly want to embody who you are. You're just exploring who you are in this lifetime. And this goes for anybody that has Leo placements in their chart. Leo's energy is truly embodying your soul. And so to embody your soul, you have to discover who you are. And to discover who you are, you sometimes seek this validation so that you can embody it. I think it's really beautiful that Leos know how to put themselves first, because So many people do not know how to do that, and so many people get walked over, and so many people have really poor boundaries, and a lot of people don't know how to put themselves first or to love themselves in the way that Leo does. And so I think that Leos are a really great example of how to put yourself first and how to love yourself. And I think that Leos can really inspire others to cultivate a deeper awareness and a deeper level of self-love. So as you guys know, every sign has their strengths and weaknesses, and because of this deep embedded desire for self-growth and self-awareness and self-becoming in this life, there's a tendency for an unevolved Leo, or the Leo that's not in a path of growth, to have an inflated ego. An evolved Leo knows that everyone is equally important, and that they know their love is really intense and really healing. And an evolved Leo also wants to...
Hi, is it done? Is that gonna preview?
It's not done yet, but I have a question for you. You're on camera. What is it called when somebody wants to hype somebody up or inspire somebody to validate themselves? I can't think of the word, but it's like in my head.
Empower.
Oh, that's the word!
Yeah, empower others. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, love you, bye.
Love you, bye.
And they want to empower others. And then the shadow side of Leo, or an unevolved Leo, is somebody that will only want to live in their own world, thinking that they are above others or thinking that they are superior to others. And they will have an inflated ego in thinking so. And the unevolved Leo can be really jealous and really dramatic. So with the sun being the center of the universe, there is this symbolism that you guys enjoy being the center of attention. You guys are usually very brave and very confident in the way you come off to others. You guys usually feel like you were born to do big things, and you usually set really high standards for yourself. Usually Leos are very passionate and very direct in their communication. They are very vibrant in expressing themselves. They're very charismatic. They're very lively. There's really no such thing as a pastel Leo. Leos thrive in the entertainment industry. There are so many more Leo actors and actresses than any other sign. You guys do really well on stage. You do really well expressing yourself. And not all Leos like being in the spotlight, don't get me wrong. Because Virgo falls right after Leo, a lot of Leos have Virgo somewhere in their chart. So if you have a very strong emphasis of Virgo in your chart, it is possible that you do not enjoy being in the spotlight, because Virgos are more shy and more reserved. And it is true that if you are on the Leo cusp of Virgo, there's more of a possibility that you're more of an introverted Leo, or a Leo that doesn't necessarily enjoy being in the spotlight, or a Leo that doesn't enjoy being the center of attention, although you still really want your voice to be heard and to be recognized. Alright, so fact number 3, Leos are optimists. And unless you're looking at a Leo's chart that has some afflicted aspects, I find that many Leos I know or have met are really optimistic. I find that Leos typically bounce back from down days really quick. They tend to stay in a really optimistic mindset, and I feel like Leos are the kind of people that view the glass as half full rather than half empty. If you know a Leo, or if you have a Leo in your life, you probably find that when you're feeling low or feeling down that you gravitate toward them, because they have a way of lifting your spirits, and they have a way of reminding you who you truly are. Leos are extremely generous, and they're always thinking of ways to make others happy or to lift others' spirits. And I find that Leos really love celebration. I have a lot of Leos in my family, and I think it's so cute. My mom she'll decorate the house for every single holiday, and for everybody's birthday she puts up balloons and banners, and she really goes above and beyond to make sure that you feel loved and you feel celebrated and you feel seen. She really enjoys it, and it's really sweet because you can see her in her element when she's decorating. It's something that brings her a lot of joy, and I think that shows an embodiment of Leo's inner child. As you guys are 5th house rulers, you guys naturally know how to tune in to your inner child, and I feel like before we were socially conditioned to live this life that society tells you to live, that's a little more serious and a little more out of tune with your spirit. Leos truly know how to embody their inner child. They know how to be lighthearted about things, and like the child before they learn how society tells them to be, they are naturally joyful, they're naturally happy, and I feel like a lot of Leos that I know truly embody this inner child spirit. Leos, like the sun, have very sunny smiles. And also I feel like Leos have this smile to their eyes. When you see a Leo laughing, you can't help but also smile or also laugh because their laugh is so contagious and it's so authentic. So fact number 4, you guys are extremely creative. I feel like you guys really enjoy finding the art, the beauty, and the creative side of almost everything you're doing. Leos typically take a very playful approach in just about everything they do, and they really want you to feel the magic in their playfulness. If you ever go over to a Leo's house for a celebration or for a dinner or any kind of get-together, their house will be very well put together. Leos usually have a very elegant looking house, and if they have company over, they'll go above and beyond to make sure that their guests are really well taken care of, and they really go out of their way to make sure that everybody is comfortable and everybody is having a good time at their home. I think Leos have somewhat of an exquisite taste. I think that they like really elegant things and they like things to look nice. Alright, so fact number 5, you guys are trendy. I don't know any other sign, maybe besides a Libra, that puts as much focus or emphasis into what they wear, their wardrobe. Leos are typically very trendy. They usually are up to date on fashion trends. They're usually trendsetters. Leos tend to make very bold statements in what they wear, and they're not afraid to dress outside of the box. They're not afraid to take risks when it comes to fashion or to style. Their personality will definitely be seen through their wardrobe, and Leos usually like to wear things that are unique and things that other people are not wearing, as they like to stand out and they like to make statements, and they usually like to kind of go their own direction with fashion and what they wear. Usually the detail of a Leo's outfit is like a mood. Like they'll usually either have a theme or they'll have like an aesthetic. So from their jewelry down to their shoes, everything is specifically picked out to have a sort of a mood or like a tone. I find that they have really exquisite and sometimes expensive taste, but I always notice Leos have such beautiful jewelry. Jewelry is really part of their self-expression most of the time. Alright, so fact number 6, and you guys probably won't like this one, or maybe you've owned it already and maybe you know this is true, but you guys can be kind of stubborn. You are a fixed sign, so along with Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius, fixed signs tend to have a somewhat stubborn nature to them because they are very prideful in what they believe in. They're very prideful and very stern about what they want, and they usually are set on getting their way. But this trait can also make you guys very strong-willed. If there's something you put your mind to, you usually end up manifesting it because you guys are so set on getting what you want. You know, there's always pros and cons even to the negative traits or to the lower aspect traits. I feel that even if you guys are a bit stubborn, this can work in your favor for getting different things that you guys seek in life or getting different things that you desire. And Leos, unlike Aries, are more fixated and more stable in their way of behaving or their way of achieving goals. And Aries can sometimes jump from goal to goal because they'll get bored easily, but I feel like with a Leo, once their mind is set on a goal, they won't stop chasing that goal until they've achieved it. And I find that Leos have a hard time taking no for an answer. Fact number 7, you guys are some of the most loyal people that I've ever come across. probably right up there next to Scorpios, as I feel Scorpios are extremely loyal as well. You guys are like the ride or die type of friend, type of family member. You guys are extremely loyal in relationships, and you guys will defend your loved ones as you would defend yourself. You guys really dislike others getting bullied, and you really dislike unfairness. And I find that Leos typically are the type of friend that will stick up for their friends if their friend doesn't have a voice, or if their friend won't stick up for themselves. Leo is that friend or family member that will step in and speak up for their friend. Family is very important to Leos, and they will go through hurdles and obstacles to make sure that their loved ones are safe and taken care of. You guys are very honest, sometimes brutally honest, and you expect others to be the same way. If you can't handle the truth, then don't ask a Leo, because they will give you the truth. And this is a very admirable quality, although if you are somebody that's somewhat sensitive, then maybe don't ask a Leo for their opinion. Also, Leos are not the type of people to spread rumors or bully others. And one thing I've noticed about Leos is that they're really amazing secret keepers. So fact number 8, the main attraction is your hair. Every Leo I know has beautiful hair, like a full thick set of hair, and it's just naturally beautiful. And I found that sometimes men even, they'll grow their hair out, or they'll have like this lion's mane. And I found that of all the signs, usually men with Leo in their chart end up at some point having long hair, or they'll grow their hair out. I feel like the way Leo's hair is presented is somewhat important to them. Like obviously not when Leos are relaxing or having downtime, because Leos really know how to relax. But like if a Leo's going out for an event, or if a Leo's going out to the grocery store, I feel like their hair will be done. Like they'll put focus or attention on their hairstyle. And I feel like there's an importance on the way that men and women both groom their hair. They'll make sure that they go to a very high quality hair salon if anybody touches their hair. And I find that Leos tend to do a lot of fun things with their hair, whether it be the way they style it, or if they color it, or even accessories. Leos are known for doing fun hair accessories that others maybe aren't explorative enough to try. I feel like there's a lot of intention behind the way that they present their hair. And of course, the more extravagant or the more exciting the event is, the more extravagant their hair gets. Alright, so while we're on the topic of appearance, there are a couple other notes that I want to bring attention to. I feel like Leo's beauty is so underrated. Leos are so naturally beautiful and radiant and magnetic. They have typically very clear skin, very joyful eyes, and obviously joyful smiles. I find that Leo women tend to have somewhat rounded eyes, usually somewhat wide, or just joyful and happy. And I find that they have like little button noses, or and somewhat small ears. And this is so random, but I found that Leos typically have smaller necks. And like I said earlier, there's usually this sort of emphasis in the way they walk, the way they carry themselves. And then I find that Leo men typically walk with their chest out a little bit, and they typically have like bigger shoulders, or like buffed out shoulders, and typically have very strong arms or hands. This is so random, but I dated this Leo guy once, sometime in the last few years, and I don't know why I'm saying this, but I was always so attracted to his hands. Like his arms were just attractive, and I don't know, that's so random, but he's a Leo, and I was attracted to his arms. Like they just looked very strong. Alright, so if the description of Leo didn't fit you, I would check your rising sign, as rising sign usually has more to do with your appearance. Alright, so fact number 9 about Leos, and this is going to be not really a fact, but more of a characteristic of Leos when they're in love. Leos can be really picky when it comes to love, and there's 2 reasons that I've analyzed about this situation. One, I think that a lot of Leos have Virgo somewhere in their chart, and Virgos tend to be very detail oriented and very sometimes analytical. If you're a Leo with Virgo in your chart, you may have a tendency to be able to nitpick people, or you just kind of see all of their, you see like more than the average person would analyze of somebody. So that's the first reason. Reason number 2, a Leo can sometimes expect their lover to deliver to them in a very grand way. It's like because Leos know their worth, they are seeking a partner that will reflect that to them. So for this reason, Leos tend to have high standards when it comes to a romantic partner. In romance, Leos seek praise, they seek validation, they seek to be admired, they love compliments, and they really want to be adored. Leos are the type of people that really want to be courted by somebody. They really want you to show them that you care. One thing I've noticed when it comes to Leos and the people that they choose as partners, I feel like they fall for people that are completely opposite of them. I feel like people that Leos date or Leos choose to be romantic with are usually people that you wouldn't guess they would go for. Alright, so final fact number 10, you guys are ruled by the back, the spine, and the heart. And it's really no surprise to me that you guys are ruled by the heart, as you guys are very loving and heart-centered people. As for being ruled by the back, I find that Leos typically experience back issues or back pains, back annoyances, or some sort of back trauma at some point in their life. Maybe even experience scoliosis. And being ruled by the sun, you guys are full of this vital life force energy. So usually when Leos get sick, they recover fairly quickly. They bounce back really quick. Also, another random thing, because you guys are ruled by the heart, you guys tend to scare easily. So if somebody were to jump out and scare you or surprise you, you guys tend to really jump, and your heart really tends to like feel like it's skipping a beat, or you guys get startled easier than others. And so for this reason, sometimes you guys can get kind of pissed if somebody scares you, because it really can be an overwhelming experience for you. Alright guys, that is all I have for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like this content, please feel free to like and subscribe. Let me know below which of these 10 facts resonated with you, and also, if you guys want to work with me one-on-one, I do birth chart analysis, so if you guys want to work with me, I'll have my website linked below. So if you have a Leo in your life, you are extremely lucky, as these people are truly rays of sunshine, and this world would be so much less fun and so much less radiant without Leos.